Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where it's back to normal. We successfully dealt with the, can't even remember their names. It started with a C. The contingency. We successfully dealt with the contingency, and now we're just beefing up our borders with the just axis in preparation for war with them. That war is not going to happen for a little while yet, just because our borders are so wacky. I mean, look at this. Such long borders. And actually, I never checked over here. We can wipe this out first. I don't think we need to build 6 stations just to hold this. I don't think they even have a planet there. Do they? I think these are just claimed. Yeah, these are all just claimed. So that's not anything to be worried about, actually. So that is fine. So let's just go ahead and start going through all of our bastions and make sure they're up to scratch. That one looks fine. That one looks fine.
Construction complete.
Come on. That one looks fine. That one looks fine. That one looks fine. We've got 57 of these to go through. That looks fine. Well, not quite 57. Like, around 50. That one's fine. Actually, all of these that are around 50 to 60k should be fine. Trunt is less fine. So, where is the Trunt station? That is this guy. Okay. Gun, missile, gun, missile. And then we're going to stick a target uplink computer, communications jammer, and a disruption field generator. It looks like we already built a defense grid supercomputer, so we're going to toss in an ion cannon and a million defense platforms. There we go. All of these then look fine. Alpha Refuge needs a little bit of work. Whoops. Alpha Refuge needs a little bit of work. Looks like we just need defense platforms. That's fine. There we go. Then the rest of these look okay. This guy... well, this guy needs some work. Let's go ahead and upgrade him to a Citadel. He is not ready yet. Okay, this guy, same thing. Upgrade to Citadel. Upgrade. 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 Most of these just need enormous amounts of work. And that's just going to take a fair amount of time. So we're just going to keep these guys upgrading as much as possible. And then as things finish up, we'll just judge them based on the, are they reaching the 50 to 60k margin? If so, we'll call it good. I'm not sure that these guys have anything that strong. They may or may not. Last time I checked, their tech is equivalent and their naval cap is equivalent, so they just need to build up, actually. However, one thing they are not equivalent to us in is economy. We can afford to just throw things at them all day, every day. So that's going to be our primary means of making this happen. I think the overall plan for dealing with the Hive will be A, kill the Star Dynasty first. All of this over here. I don't think we're going to be able to get to that, but that's okay. B, eliminate their exclaves. That is to say, this here, and then start hitting down here and push our way up this way. To that end, I would like to build a Stargate. Oh boy, the Hive is currently here right now. Okay, they're taking this. That's fine, I guess. But to that end, I want to build a Stargate over here. So let's go ahead and build a gateway construction site as soon as... hang on a moment. I do believe we lost our edicts. Let's see here. Edict. Will to power. Monthly influence +5. We do not quite have enough unity for that. Okay. Sad face. Well, we're going to go ahead and start building our station here then. That'll be fine. Not a huge deal. How are we doing on our construction ships? I mean, we're still spending a lot of influence on that. But you should be constructioning here, for sure. You can just go ahead and move here. We're gonna save up for having the gateway construction site. And I think having it in Lachium will be fine. Or maybe in Habric. That might not be terrible, because then that way if they want to push in this way, they'll have to get through 2 stations. Yeah, I don't hate that. So we'll go ahead and start this upgrading then, if that's going to be there. Then this guy is also upgrading. Yep, excellent. And then I want you to come over here. We don't want it to be over on this side. Build a gateway construction site. Right there. Excellent. And now you are just going to have to chill. For a little bit. But that's okay. They can't get into this area anyway, so we don't need to be too concerned about it. In fact, maybe what we want to do is have this guy come over here and start pushing over here. That might not be too bad. And then as far as this goes, I mean, both of these are as good as they're going to get for now. So we just need to keep pushing our stations.
Recon pass
That
completed.
will be the goal for the time being. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Trunt, you are still significantly in progress. Alpha Refuge, you are significantly in progress. Okay, let's look specifically for things that are not currently busy, but are also not 50 to 60k in strength. I'm not sure any of that exists right now, and it doesn't, but it will very soon. Right now, in fact.
Complete.
Excellent.
Construction complete.
Go ahead and upgrade those. There will be a few more coming completed as well. Come on. Click where I tell you to. Nope. Nope. Oh, gotta love the lag sometimes. Late game. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. It's just gonna lag. There we go. Okay. Everything else I believe is fine, and that will keep it busy for a good long time. We are actually getting pretty close to running out of minerals, which is a bit surprising.
Construction complete.
That's okay. It'll be back soon. Okay, go ahead and grab all of this. Build the mining stations. We will toss this at the Valen sector.
System
you go.
reconnaissance completed.
We'll also toss some of this down
System
here.
reconnaissance
And by some of
completed.
that, I mean all of that. So, the Valen sector gets
Construction
all
complete.
of this. Fantastic. Now, this science ship isn't doing anything. Just go ahead and automatic explore. You'll find something to do, I'm sure. I don't know if it'll get here in time, but whatever. Okay, so how go our upgrades? This one needs an upgrade. Excellent. How go the rest of our upgrades? Looks like they are all ticking away just fine. So, battle plan. Well, like I said, we're going to hope that all of these bastions can hold them from entering our
Construction
territory.
complete.
And if that's the case, then we're going to focus on dealing with the Star Dynasty first. Those guys are jerks, and we want to take care of them. Like, they're really, really weak.
A new world has been secured.
I mean,
for our
even
colonists.
compared to the Hive, they're really, really weak. Although their tech level is equivalent to ours, which is a little surprising. I mean, these guys' tech is equivalent to ours too, apparently. It's a little surprising, considering how much tech we're earning here. We're earning a slightly obscene amount of tech per month. And it's just going up. But it's quite possible that it's based on
Construction
our
complete.
number of planets. Yeah, it is.
Construction
It scales
complete.
with our systems and our planets. It's kind of to be expected, I suppose. So, the question then becomes, even if they are equivalent to us in every way, except for the territory that they hold. Do we care? And I think the answer is no, because our economy is so strong. The cost to build ships doesn't scale with the number of planets you have. We're making 2.6 mineral credits? We're making 2.6k minerals per month. Like, that's enough to build a battleship every month.
Reconnaissance completed.
We can build battleships faster than we can build battleships. So I don't think that's actually an issue. Why don't you go ahead and grab Scorpio? Or actually, yeah, you're just moving. So go ahead and build in the Scorpio system. There you go. And how are we doing over here? We've got a few more. So let's go ahead and keep on upgrading. We're currently at 59 star bases. So we have plenty of starbase room. Let's go up and check all of our citadels once more, make sure that they're all good to go. Let's see, Trunt is of course still going, but it's fully queued up. So that'll eventually happen. Hello. Really? Now that's intriguing. The Hive declaring war on the Eradicators? I like it. I'm not going to complain. That's not going to be a thing that's going to happen about that one. That's fully queued up as well, so we don't need to worry about that. So all we've got, then, is all of these upgrades. Okay. So the question then becomes, if the Hive wins this war, how much territory do they take? And the answer is, we don't care. If they take all of this territory, we have it blockaded here, and here, and up here. If they take this, well, all we gotta do is blockade it here. We've already got it here, so if we blockade it here, then we're fine. I don't see a problem. Now we do have quite a few more star bases that we can build. After we build these, we will evaluate and see whether we want to wall in the Condign Concord a little bit better. As of right now, they're relatively well walled in. The main issue right now is we don't have one here and here. We would have to build a bunch here and here. Alternately take the Spica system. That's the other option. And we don't have a lot over here yet. We're working on all of this, though. Also, the Ferrum system here, I don't think we ever started this upgrading. And we did not. So I think we're now good there. All things considered, we are in a decent position. We would need to eliminate the Xeran commonality very quickly. Just because we don't have any defenses here and it would take a lot of slots. See, that's just a sector there. That's fine.
System reconnaissance completed.
Okay, let's check our construction ships. This one isn't constructioning.
Construction
So
complete.
come on over here. And now for you, same thing. You need... Hello? Stellar. There we go. For some reason it didn't select it, even though it teleported me to the ship. I don't get it. Okay.
System
let's pull this guy
completed.
over here. It'll take a long time for him to get here. But that's fine. As far as these go, I mean, we should settle them ASAP. But we'll need to draw a line down here first. And that'll take some time. All things considered, though, we're in a relatively defensible position. I'm actually a little bit surprised. We may not be able to defend against both simultaneously, but, I mean, realistically, do we need to, is the question. I am curious about how this Hive War is going. The defender is winning. That is good. No, wait, the defender is losing. The attacker is winning, but they are inferior to us even though they're equivalent. It's a little weird. Anyway, that's fine. We're just going to keep biding our time. So we are very, very close now to being able to queue up all of the upgrades. Yeah, there's a lot of these that are going to be finishing up quite soon. Go ahead and queue up that upgrade. And then let's check our construction ships. They're all still fine. Okay. Well, this seems fine. I mean, if they want to fight each other, I'm really not going to be concerned. These guys have a fleet strength of 51k, so they could... Actually, I want to check. Where's a Hive fleet? Hive, where's your fleet? That's the Eradicators.
Completed.
That's the Cooperative. Where is the Hive fleet?
Construction complete.
Because I want to start gearing us to counter the Hive, because our current equipment is not really spec'd for that. And if we're going to be fighting the Hive next... I think the Hive just retreated from that fight. I think that's what happened. Oh, here we go. Hive. 65k. Okay. I mean, that's not that scary. Let's take a quick look at what they're using. So, they've got jump drives. That's a little awkward. They're using impulse thrusters. That's fine. They are using exclusively kinetic weapons. Look at that. At least on their battleships. Yeah, they're using exclusively kinetic weapons. Is that also the case for the Star Dynasty? I don't know, I don't see their fleet. Let's check the Eradicators. They're the other big ones. They're doing the same thing. Look at that. They have an even split of armor and shields. But they're both just spamming the crap out of Gauss cannons. They've got some plasma. Not much we can do to gear against that, ultimately, other than have a few shields. And they've got a disruptor. There's nothing you can do to gear against a disruptor. So, all things considered, let's check the Corinth planets. Where's their fleets at? Those are all the Cooperative. I mean, we can take a quick look at the Cooperative. Let's see. Do we not have the ability to see them? There we go. Okay, Cooperative. Apparently we can't look at their Federation fleet. A little odd. Maybe we need to have only one selected? Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so the Cooperative are using neutron launchers. But they're also using extremely heavy... Well, that's the Federation fleet, so let's check their actual fleet here. Focused arc emitters. Okay, so they're using some pretty hefty energy weapons. But they're also really weak. Realistically, here's what I'm thinking. We gear pretty much exclusively against kinetic weapons. So, like, rather than having deflectors, dark matter deflectors on here, we have 3 units of armor and 1 unit of shields. And then as far as our weapons go, I mean, our disruptors are probably okay. They're an even split between shields and armor. So we want something that does well against both. Which, I mean, realistically, there really isn't something. What we can do, though, is we can have a disruptor, and then probably a gamma laser to chip through armor, and then a Stormfire autocannon to chip through shields. Like that. And then the same thing here. We're going to switch this into a laser, and then we'll keep one disruptor. 2 Stormfire autocannons is, I think, fine. And then we're going to go much more heavily armor. Like so. And then for our cruisers, very, very similar. Much more heavily armor. Very, very heavily armor. And then we're going to keep our kinetic artillery. We're going to have 2 gamma lasers. Or actually, what's the range of a medium gamma laser? 60. Okay, that's fine. Range here is 75, so that's fine too. Okay, we'll have something along those lines. And then for our battleships, Focused Arc Emitter is actually quite good. The real question is, do we want something else? And I think the answer is no. We'll keep the Focused Arc Emitters. And will we keep the Kinetic Artillery? Well, the range on that is 120. Range on that is 100. What is our... We sit at 80 range. So Gauss cannons would be fine. Gamma lasers would be fine too. So let's have a gamma laser. Plasma cannon, I mean... It's 80 range, so we would be right at our range. We could have a neutron launcher on here, but I don't really want to. And I feel like we're better off having kinetic artillery than Gauss cannons, just because it does a lot more damage. So we'll have something like that for our battleships. And then for our Titans... okay. We'll just replace these 2 with lasers. And then we'll have a bunch of armor here. Something like that. Okay, let's go ahead and toss on an extra unit of armor as well. There. Now, as far as our defense platforms go, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do something like this. And then we are going to toss on a couple of gamma lasers. And then the rest is what it is. For the ion cannon, we're just going to keep using a perdition beam. We're going to toss on an extra unit of armor. Call it a day there. Yep, that is fine. For the Colossus, I mean, we'll toss on an extra unit of armor, I guess. Okay. Fantastic. So we've got some upgrading to do. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Upgrade. Upgrade. Fantastic.
A new world has been secured.
Now we have
for our
like a
colonists.
million things to upgrade over here. We also...
System reconnaissance completed.
Well, we'll just go ahead and do this. I want to protect our shipyards, so... I want to make sure that this is a 6 shipyard. It is. Excellent. Okay. And now we just need to keep upgrading our defenses.
Construction complete. Science
There we go.
Division report success.
We are tailoring this
Construction
specifically to counter the Hive and the Eradicators. The Democratic Corinth planets may be a small issue as well, but as of right now, those are the 2 that I'm targeting to deal with. So we're going to go ahead and get all of these upgraded. It'll take a little bit, since there isn't a hotkey for it. Be nice if there was. You hear that, Paradox? Let me into your betas. I have quality of life ideas. Oh, we're missing our engineering research. Armor hit points plus 5%. That would be amazing right now. We'll go ahead and grab that, since we are going to be using armor very, very heavily. And we'll just keep on working on getting these guys up to shape, up to spec, up to code, if you prefer. There we go. I mean, this is largely a cross grade. None of these are going to be, like, amazingly improved over what they are right now. But It's fine. Okay, now as far as all of these go, we do need to get many of these upgrading again, and that's going to cost a lot.
Ships refitted.
Like, a way lot. We aren't going to have enough minerals immediately to do all of this, since we just spent a bunch of minerals on refitting. But it's fine. Okay, we need 2.56k. That'll happen as soon as the month tick happens, which is right about now.
Construction complete.
There we go. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead... apparently. I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we are going to continue watching this war and continue building up for our own war. See you all then.